Let me show you why eye level is important in perspective drawing. Let's look at this picture here. Pretend like this is the ground and we have a person standing right here. So a person is standing right here. Their eye level is where their eye is at. So the eye level is basically the distance from the floor to where their eyes are. With their eye level being right there, if you can just imagine that, say you're standing in a room and your eye level is up just to the very base of the windows, like we have here in this drawing. Let's pretend like we filled the room up with water. We'll just kind of put a little wavy line to represent the water. So anything below here is below eye level. Anything above the water is above eye level. And the very top surface of the water is your eye level. The reason that it's important to know where your eye level is because that is where you put your horizon line. So let me just show you this. Here we have him standing up and his eye level is right here. If we had a person sitting down, say right here, we had someone sitting right here, their eye level would be clear down here. Now the reason I'm saying, imagine that you're sitting in a room and you fill the room up with water. If you fill the room up with water up to your eyes, the top surface of the water is your eye level. Now imagine that being filled up. It's not going to tip one direction or another. It's actually going to be level. So just by imagining it being water, that helps you remember that you want to make sure that your eye level or your horizon line is level. So here we have someone sitting down and their eye level is way down here, which makes their horizon line be lower. So no matter where you're at, whether you're sitting on the ground, sitting on a chair, or standing up, your eye level is going to be the distance between the ground to your actual eyes. If you are a tall person and maybe you're standing next to somebody short or a child and you're looking at the same view, your eye level will be different. The tall person will see much higher up. The shorter person, their eye level will be lower down. So let me just kind of illustrate that. So let's pretend like this is the edge of a table here. And let's just draw a stick figure and let's pretend like this stick figure is looking at the table. So we got the stick figure looking at the table. This is just the edge of the table. First of all, we've got to determine where his eye level is. So the eye level is right here. So let's draw a line. And we know by talking about filling the room up with water, it has to be level. So I'm going to use a T-square to make sure it's level. And this is going to be our horizon line. Okay, so if I want to make this into a table, this person, because they're taller, they're going to see the top of the table. So I'm going to put a little vanishing point here. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line from the corner of the skinny rectangle to the vanishing point, going both directions. Now this is called one-point perspective. One-point perspective, you can have horizontal, vertical, and lines that go to the horizon point. Let's go ahead and, this is definitely a tall table. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put some legs on this table. Because we need to get the back of the table, let's go ahead and we're going to put the back of the table, say right here, it's going to be horizontal. And so from the edge of the leg of the table to the horizon point, we're just going to draw a little bit of a light line there just to give us a guideline so that we know how long to make that back leg. So here we have our lines that go to the vanishing point. This is the back of the table. So you're not going to see hardly any of the leg. You're just going to see a small portion of it because it's that's where our guideline is. So you can see if we erase any of the guidelines we don't need anymore, let's get rid of them. So a tall person, they're looking and they're seeing the top of the table. Now let's just imagine that you're sitting on the floor. I'm going to use a plastic sheet and I'm going to put it right over the top here just to show you the difference. So we're going to just draw the same rectangle for the edge of the table. Now this is the exact same table, but the eye level has changed. So if somebody is sitting way down here, then where their eye level is going to be is basically going to be right here. So let's just put just a dotted line. This is their eye level. So if this is the edge of the table and this is their eye level, we're going to put our vanishing point on the horizon line, and we are basically going to draw a line that goes straight to each of these corners. And then we are going to draw the very back of the table, which will be, it will be horizontal. And then we're going to go straight down. Actually, I should have done a dotted line here. We're going to go straight down and we're going to stop at that dotted line for the back leg. So that will be a back leg. Let's do a dotted line here. And this will be a back leg. This is the front leg. It was kind of hard to see through the plastic, but I wanted you to see the difference. So for a person that's sitting low, you can see this is the underside of the table. So from their perspective, they're actually seeing the underside of the table. From someone that's standing up or that's tall, they're seeing the top side of the table. So by knowing your eye level, it helps you know from what perspective you're looking at it. If you're looking at, say, some train tracks and they're going off into the distance, as you look out, your eye level is actually where that train track disappears. That is where, I've often heard the horizon line is where the sky meets the ground. And it's where the sky appears to meet the ground from your perspective. Now, if you went and sat down on that train track, then your eye level is going to change and it's going to disappear sooner than it would be if you were standing up, because you could see further away. So your eye level is important when you're doing perspective. By knowing where your eye level is, that tells you where your horizon line is, and having your horizon line, you're able to put your vanishing points. So just remember, your eye level is the same as the horizon line, and it's going to change depending upon how tall you are or where you're positioned, if you're sitting or standing or whatnot. So keep that in mind when you do perspective drawing. I hope that helps.